All right, the double innervate start. Virginia's got the absolute nuts for turn 1 play, but there's a mirror image. I don't know what Laval University will keep here. It's looking like what I've seen before, like a tempo mage with Ragnaros. I know Reynad's a big fan of that deck, or something along those lines. So it could be that, or maybe they're playing a weird variant of a control mage. Ragnaros is a good fit for that.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good because Tempo Mage tends to like empty their hand and run out of resources around that turn 7 to turn 8 mark. So having big threats that can go really far, they have like immediate impact on the board or just high impact on the board in general, like Dr. Boom, Ronin, Ragnaros.
Yeah.
Cards like that are really good in those situations where you run out of resources at that point.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people, they try out Ronin a lot and they ended up reverting to Ragnaros because of the, it's true and tested at this point. Ragnaros does a lot more immediate work than Ronin, and if they ignore Ronin, how do you get it killed? Like, how do you end up losing it? It's very difficult. There's a counter spell in that deck, and no minions. I hope they're not playing tempo, because it's not working out for them.
Yeah. Wow.
Innervate, coin shredder into.
They can pass this turn
and just double 4-drop, 5-drop.
Innervate on turn 2 for piloted shredder, and then innervate coin turn 3. Oh no, you just have to innervate.
Yeah, you might as well just. I was gonna say you might as well just go for the. The piloted shredder right now.
Yeah. And then you can innervate out Druid of the Claw on turn 3.
And the Darnassus Aspirant from this shredder will ruin Virginia.
Yeah. The 1%, a little bit more than 1% chance.
What do they really not want to see? That's among those cards.
Yeah.
They've got a little smile on their faces, though. Like, I could wrap this.
Yeah. Well, Laval really wants to pick up.
Counterspell will counter the innervate, though. And I think Virginia might simply not expect it.
I don't even know if they'd innervate out a Druid of the Claw into a mirror entity anyway, so.
Well, that slows them down tremendously.
Job done.
Yeah.
Maybe they make it a 4-forward charge. Yeah, that's a bit tricky. I think passing seems like the reasonable option here, just based on, every secret backfires.
Except Spellbender.
Yeah, that's right.
Or Effigy.
I target you with my innervate. That's a very strong play, though, because how do you push off the Mana Worm from the board without using Swipe? And if you use Swipe, then you're getting counterspelled. They don't know that yet. They still think it could be Mirror Entity, and that's probably a really good assumption to have.
They're probably just going to try and Wrath the Mana Worm, I'd assume.
Yeah, probably. That just seems like the reasonable play. And then you can innervate Swipe if everything goes wrong.
Yeah, and that's actually a pretty good spell to have blocked. Yeah, the Mana Worm is going to live, but now they have the room, a little bit of room to breathe, knowing that a lot of resources have been expended on this Mana Worm.
Yeah. Alright, so they will simply weaken the mirror images, which means one of them, they will die to the Swipe later on.
Archmage
and Tinnitus.
With 2 1-mana spells already in the hand, that can be pretty explosive.
Yeah, I think this is going to be... there still needs to be a 5 or 6 drop being picked up. Even Dr. Boom, like, something needs to come out that isn't simply a spell. Because at this stage, all they've drawn are spells. And as good as they are for tempo, you need Arcane Blast. It's a guarantee of early game tempo, even when you don't find minions. Assuming your opponent plays stuff. But in this case, they simply have nothing. That Lotheb. How tempting is it? If you go Lotheb now, then your turn 6 consists of a Swipe Hero Power to finish off the second mirror image.
Or you could swipe Innervate Piloted Shredder.
You could do that, yeah. That's actually pretty solid.
For a little extra oomph.
Yeah, I like it. Oomph is good.
Yeah, but actually Swipe Hero Power with the Sorcerer's Apprentice played would be a full board clear.
Yeah,
next to the Lotheb into the
mirror image,
but that's still a pretty good play. You have a full health Lotheb on the board.
And you can even, you almost can't get pushed off this board immediately at least.
Yeah.
Maybe the Keeper Swipe is more appealing because you do put 2 minions down. An extra minion on the board as opposed to go for
yeah, the only thing is the
swipe.
2 damage is sort of irrelevant from the Keeper of the Grove, since you'd end up killing off the Sorcerer's Apprentice anyway.
Yeah, but you get, I mean, you can swipe the worm, use the Loatheb to kill the 0-2 and Keeper the 3-1.
Swipe the worm.
Swipe the worm.
Linkin Park.
Oh god, Azumo Park. Swipe the worm.
Be the hit single.
Actually, this is gonna pass on the news. You're saying evil stuff. If I play your record backwards. Alright, so they will go for the very conservative play of not wasting their Innervate, because on turn 7 they can go for Druid of the Clock, Innervate Shredder, which means they get a little bit more mileage of it. But that's pretty sweet for Laval University. If they want to use Arcane Blast, it's going to be 4. They can then use the Arcane Missiles. But the problem, of course, is that Archmage then loses all the enablers that it's looking for. So Frostbolt is probably a bit better.
Yeah, then next turn they can Archmage and use Arcane Blast or Arcane Missiles to clean up.
Right.
And gain a Fireball.
So, do you charge your Druid of the Claw here to kill the Drake? Or do you really just go for the Druid of the Claw as a 4-6 with Shredder? Oh.
Gonna silence the Loatheb to trade in.
I think that's what's happening here. You just Innervate out the Druid of the Claw afterwards.
Yeah.
You kill the Drake.
Yeah, I like that play. This means that Archmage Antonitis really doesn't do much next turn. Yeah, you can Archmage Antonitis and Arcane Missiles, but you really want to get use out of the spells that you're using. So I think they're still going to have to wait one more turn so that they get guaranteed double Fireball. And
Well, that's a good turn not to play Archmage with a Shredder pickup with Unstable Portal. I mean, you could get another Archmage from this, or Dr. Boom. Alakir is also pretty okay.
Yeah. You know what's also... Ragnaros is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Ice Hell is also pretty sweet against Druid.
Ysera.
Yeah.
Malagos.
Fairy Dragon.
Fairy Dragon's okay.
It did cost 2 mana.
Yeah.
No cheat was had today. But, I mean, you know, Virginia still just doesn't want to go full-on offensive. I mean, offensive, rather. Because they run into the problem of maybe like a Flame Strike hits, and then what do? How do you finish this game? They could also simply go for Druid of the Claw, you know, charge in with the, you know, they get 12 damage in right now, puts their opponent on 15, 14 in the hero power afterwards, so they could just top deck Savage Roar and win from there. But is that the most reasonable long-term play?
I don't know. I don't think so. Then you're really vulnerable to Flame Strike.
It's an all-in. Like, it's absolutely all-in on, I'm going to top deck Savage Roar and win right away.
Mages don't heal, but they do have cards like Mirror Image.
That stops you from attacking.
That stops you from attacking.
That's right.
So we might just see lots of trades come out from Virginia. Knowing that Temple Mage is a deck that can run out of resources, they might just try and outlast.
You know what would be devastating here, though? A 2-drop with spell damage. Because you attack with the 4-3 into the Druid of the Claw. If you find a Kobold Geomancer or a Blood Mage Thalnos, your Arcane Blast can kill the 4-4.
But if you find a Mana Ray...
Wow, he can target minions! How powerful.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
You require my assistance?
I do.
Virginia was happy about something, and then as soon as they saw Archmage Antonitis come down, all their smiles just like slowly went... Near.
Well, I mean, they did, you know, they didn't go all in. They went half all in. The play they made by killing the Fairy Dragon instead of, you know, going full face means that they're not getting lethal if they top deck Savage Roar. They're going to have to work at it a little harder. And with the Archmage here, it's unlikely the game lasts long enough. But that 4-3, man, that 4-3. I mean, Savage Roar is lethal right now if they pick it up.
Nope.
Still very good. It fills up the curve, and you can still be aggressive. Do you Force of Nature to kill the Archmage?
I think that's a tough choice, actually.
It hurts a lot, does it not?
Here's my brain. So if you don't use Force of Nature, if you use Force of Nature to clear the board, you do nothing else but hero power. Force of Nature would clear the board because you'd have enough for hero power, so you could use the hero power to kill off the
Archmage.
Well, the Steam Weedle Sniper.
Sure.
Throw 2 Trance into the Archmage, 1 into the Steam Weedle Sniper, and then hero power to finish it off.
Well, you could keep the 4-3, yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted.
Oh, yeah. But it depends whether or not you want to take 4 damage or...
Yeah, how valuable is your health to you right now? Is kind of
Yeah.
the question here.
Creatures are pretty valuable also, but it would just get pinged off the next turn.
Yeah, and unless they want to play like a 9-drop,
Yeah.
there's really no hindrance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still okay because unless there's Mirror Entity coming out right now, your Shredder and Sludge Belcher should still be dominating the board, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Boom may come out and that's going to be an issue. But wow, speaking of the devil,
Yeah.
there we go. Mirror Entity does get picked up.
I'll show them.
This is bittersweet because on one end you want the mad scientist to get you the secret, but on the other hand, you also just want a minion right now. If mad scientist, if you had to wait for it to give you the mirror entity, there's a chance you never see a minion.
Well, that's a great card to throw into a mirror entity. I guess not so much in the late game, but
at least it's not a Belcher
yeah.
or Shredder even.
And they realized that, well, if we're only going to use a couple of our mana, we might as well test for counterspell first. So that way they can cycle a card, know it's mirror entity, then play the Darnassus Aspirant into it.
Drew the Flame.
Whoa.
That's actually a great tech card against Tempo and Mech Mage.
Doesn't die to Fireball.
Guide my lance.
Well, it
Or
does.
Frostbolt, sorry.
Frostbolt, yeah, exactly, and it kills off mirror images.
You got so confused.
I
You were about to agree with me.
I kind of,
like, what?
I was nodding until the Fireball.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, and I was gonna say trades 1-for-1 with a Flame Waker.
The Fire Lord.
Yeah, we should say Flame Walker just to see people's reactions.
How many people get upset?
Yeah.
I actually cast that tournament the day Flamewaker was released. And I called it Flame Walker for the first half of the broadcast.
That's good.
Wow, they run 3 secrets. So I wonder what that 3rd secret is.
Probably Mirror Entity with, like, they probably run 2 mirrors with 1 counter spell. That is my assumption.
Oh!
The Almighty
Mirror
Eye
Entity.
is showing us what it is.
Slowly creeped across the board.
That's creepy. A 2/5. I mean, you could make it 5/2, but I don't see the point. You're just gonna take more damage from the.
Yeah.
I mean, it risks dying to the Flame Waker and the ping, so. I still feel like with proper minion draws, Virginia's in a good spot. That's a bit rough.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wrath, Druid of Flame Shredder turn is really, really good. It's definitely
But
a
is it
solid
going to be
turn.
enough before Laval University can draw into lethal amounts of damage?
Exactly. There's a lot of on the line. Like if you pick up a swipe here, you're pretty much guaranteed to. Yeah, that's a good play. Playing around swipe a lot better. I like that a lot. I thought he was gonna bring down the aspirant. Yeah, a lot of minions here.
So which one's higher priority, the Flame Waker or the Mana Worm?
At this point, I think I would consider killing the Mana Worm. Although you could Wrath Cycle on the Flame Waker. That's probably more valuable. The draw might be sufficient to tilt the play in favor of the cycle.
Potentially. As soon as Laval University draws into a big threat, it's
Like
pretty
Dr.
much lights
Boom,
out.
exactly.
Yeah. Or Rag.
And we saw Ragnaros in their opening hand that they mulliganed away. Unless, big game hunters picked up, it's going to be really problematic. And there's a chance that Virginia, if they feel they have to play big game hunter as a tempo tool, that they do that. All right. We're all in. Play all the minions. Hurricane missiles.
That's
Could be insane, but we'll have to see where the RNG goes.
sort of a whiff, to be honest. Unless these missiles are on point, which...
They were absolutely not.
Yeah.
On point is the last word I would use to describe those guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's not, no. The trays are happening. This is basically whoever gets the first big draw.
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure Swipe's a big draw, but I do think it's necessary to use it here just because...
do you go face with it and hero power down the 2/2, or do you use it on the 2/2? Your health is not really a big deal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you're right. You have to use it now.
Also, there's never going to be more than 2 creatures. Most likely not going to be more than 2 creatures on the board until this game ends. So Laval is going to need a big threat right now.
Ragnaros it is. 5/4 Flamewaker.
Close.
Good enough.
I saw orange.
It does not die, and it is in Molten Core.
Yeah. So what's this going to
And
be? Sludge Belcher.
That's dangerous.
That is.
This is beautiful.
And I think on average, the card quality from Virginia is going to be better at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I think without a Ragnaros, Laval University is going to have a very hard time.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Boom even.
Yeah.
Who knows what they play?
Oh! But it doesn't do anything right now.
If Savage Roar comes up,
It is lethal.
exactly. So there
Even
has
Force
to
of
be-
Nature is lethal.
Yeah, so they have to dodge 2 cards that are very likely to be drawn in the next few turns based on what we've
Yeah.
seen. And even without Force of Nature or Savage Roar, they can still find a lethal very soon. Nice try.
Oh,
Very nice try here. That was
Yeah.
good thinking from Laval University.
Ancient of Lore. They can dig for the Savage Roar
And win right away.
or dig for the Big Game Hunter. There's a couple different things that they can do here.
They could heal for BM.
The other thing is, do they want to? Yeah, well, I don't know if that'd be BM or just them expecting a grinding game. Here comes the cards.
Savage Roar's payoff
That's
is
a
huge.
Force of Nature. That's an Emperor Thorsan.
Yeah, you go face for 5 and then you...
Hope they
Well-
can't kill you in Force of Nature
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good play.
next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go face for 5, put him at 6.
Then win almost no matter what, unless...
No, I think that's no matter what. Okay, so the only way they would win, they would have to fireball, draw fireball the Sludge Belcher.
They've already-
Both shots go face.
Right, and then you can go with the...
Then here, ping the slime, Boombot. That shot goes face for 4. Nope, even then they wouldn't win.
7, 6... Oh.
Yeah. I don't think there's any possible way. Ragnaros won't do it. I think it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, it is too late. Even if the entire board gets cleared here, he's still dead. It looks like hope. If the 5-5 dies, this is going to feel like...
For University of Virginia, they're ready to dance.
They're like, we've won this already, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Laval University is hoping the coin flip goes their way. And it does, and they're happy, but look at that smile fade away very quickly.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, smile.
Is that a Kappa Ross?
I don't know. Well,
Well played.
very good game, though.
That was an intense match all the way through.
Yeah.
And University of Virginia's going to take it. Handshakes all around.
The well-deserved win, honestly.
Yeah.
Druid getting almost reverse swept. I thought Laval University was on the verge of going through, but it was
Yeah.
very, very close.